beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name's Priscilla, and this is my fellow crone, Heather.
Hi.
Welcome to our channel today. We're going to talk about the triple goddess, the maiden mother crone triple goddess today. But before we get to that, we will go to Card Cam and Heather's cards, just to see what the cards have to say about us today, or what kind of energy of the day. And if you aren't familiar with our channel, hi Amanda Carroll, hi T Barb, welcome. Thank you for being here today. We're going to talk about the triple goddess. And if you had a chance to see our solar flares and consciousness on Tuesday, that was kind of an interesting show. They have more influence on us than I even imagined, actually. So that was kind of interesting. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. If you're new to this channel, Heather and I started it a year or so ago at the request of my guides. We talk about all things to do with ascension and anything to do with crones as well. It's we're on our spiritual experience, and as crones, we've been through many, many situations in our life. So I'm proud to be a crone. I'm 70 years old, and this is just a great adventure that we're on. And thank you guys for being part of it. We appreciate it. Meanwhile, over to Heather and her cards.
Just so you know, I'm more than her in years. So I'm a crone.
We're all definitely crones.
Okay. So here's us with all of our knowledge. And sometimes some of the things that get in the way is that we could get more from the celestials. We get more knowledge all the time. And so it kind of slows us down. But meanwhile, our soul is very confident. And we're trying to listen to what's being told to us. It says mediumship. So that's what we're trying to listen to and learn what they're telling us. I said, just keep everything in the right order, and the music will just keep playing on. Okay?
Sounds good to me. Okay, let's see. Amanda had a question. I don't remember a show on mandalas.
We didn't.
I don't think we've
done a mandala show.
I'm not remembering it, Amanda.
But I'll go look through our records too and see if I can find it.
Yeah, but if you look online, though, everything's
posted
with the name and everything. So did we talk about a mandala in some show? I think we did mention it, but I'm not
sure we actually did a show on them. But I will go look after the show.
T Barb, I think you're right. Maybe that was Juno, because
yeah,
I don't think
it's more likely to be Juno.
I don't think it was us.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, Spirit Watcher Suzanne, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
It's the triple goddess, maiden mother crone today. Yeah, community hugs to all.
Absolutely.
Energetic hugs to everybody out there.
I'm sure we all need them.
Yeah, we can all use them.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the mother maiden crone. The triple goddess has three aspects, obviously, which are the maiden, mother, and crone. Each aspect has its own wisdom and teachings. You can connect to them as one or call on one aspect as an individual. She's the phases of the moon also, waxing for the maiden, full for the mother, and waning for the crone. She represents the life, birth, and death, and rebirth. The first aspect is the maiden, who represents all of her potentiality, undeveloped energy that can be used for anything. The second stage is the mother, personified as nurturing energies which emanate from within us, and we share with others without asking anything in return. The last phase is the crone. This one symbolizes death or change, but not destruction. Old age or wisdom gained through knowledge obtained over a lifetime of experiences. And if you look at her, I love it that she has the maiden's holding a butterfly, which I've always thought of as free. It's freedom and innocence, and the mother embracing her pregnant belly, and then the crone holding an owl, which always stands for wisdom,
Hmm.
and then the triple goddess
Above it.
above it.
Yeah,
I think that's a really beautiful slide.
right. And from the earliest of times, the archetype of the great goddess has been a trinity. She's one of the most ancient symbols in existence, and it's been found all over the world on countless artifacts and dating back as far as 10,000 BC. She's been around a long time. Her meaning has remained consistent throughout time. Goddess worship is an ancient practice that predates Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. The feminine goddess was represented as the maiden mother Crone, while the masculine god power was shown as a youth, maturity, and old age. You know what? I think I'd rather be called a crone than old age.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, me too.
I've
Yeah.
learned to embrace it.
Yeah. Goddess and god were often worshipped together to draw from the different types of passive and active energies, so that they join back and forth for balances. Over time, as the world evolved, it became more conquest driven, and the great goddess and her ways took a back seat during more patriarchal times. Thankfully, as part of the history of spiritual awakening, we are reconnecting with the great goddess and her part in the balance between masculine and feminine energy within.
The original Greek triple goddess was Persephone the maiden, Demeter the mother, and Hecate the crone. In Hinduism, her three separate forms are the creator, preserver, and destroyer, called the Tridevi: Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Kali. In Norse mythology, the Norns were the Norse goddesses of fate, represented as three sisters named Erd, Verdandi, and Skuld. They lived underneath the world tree where they wove the tapestry of fate. And in Celtic mythology, it's the single Morrigan. The Morrigan was a shapeshifter who took many forms. She would often appear in multiple forms throughout a single story. The most common of these forms were a shapely maiden, a battle ready warrior queen, an old crone, and a raven. Learning more about the origins of the goddess that we're calling on can help us choose the aspects we resonate with when calling on her.
And there are three phases of the Trinity goddess. The triple goddess is one being with three equally important phases. The three phases are unique and each holds its own power. You have the maiden, and she's the beginning of the cycle. Young and beautiful like the first rosebuds on a bush, she goes by the name Persephone, Freda, or Parvati. She represents springtime, fertility, flowers, and freedom to watch the sunset or stop and smell the roses. And there are all aspects of maiden behavior. She is virginal, but not in the sexual manner of being untouched, but that she is young and an independent spirit, enjoying the moment of enchantment and erotic behavior. She's represented by the new crescent moon, the very first sliver of moon after its dark period. The new moon represents new beginnings, creative spirit, intention setting, and inspiration.
The next is the mother. The mother represents nurturing stability and growth of power. She goes by the names of Aphrodite, Bast, Gaia, Demeter, and Isis. She's associated with adulthood and parenthood. Her season is summertime, and she's the fully bloomed rose bush. She represents fertility, abundance, fulfillment, stability, and creation. The mother is represented by the full moon, glowing and fertile, just like the womb of a pregnant woman. As the giver of life, she is the aspect most associated with manifestation. In fact, the mother is considered by many Wiccans to be the most powerful of the goddess's three aspects. Then we have the crone. The crone is the final stage of womanhood. She is the matriarch. She's your grandmother, not because of age, but because of the level of experience she has acquired over time.
Mm-hmm. The crone has been there, done that, and can smell a fake friend from a mile away. She goes by the name of Kalima, Hecate, Baba Yaga, and Lilith. She represents wisdom, repose, and the final stages of life. As the goddess of magic and the spirit realm, she is the way to death. And in return, it is thought it is through her that we can be reborn. Her moon phase is the waning or dark moon. The waning moon is a time of reflection and releasing rituals. The crone archetype is a pre existent form in the collective unconscious that embodies the instinctive ways of channeling wisdom, inner knowledge, and intuition, guiding us through the transition of life and going inward to bring forth the light for transformation.
I love this crone. She's a shaman as well.
Yes, she looks like she is.
Yeah, I think she's beautiful. And for us to be shamans at this age makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
After leading a spiritual life, right? So, how do we connect with goddess energy? There are a few ways to connect your energy to the triple goddess. You may want to invoke her by placing her on your altar and asking her for guidance in a ceremony. Or you may wish to acknowledge and amplify the features of the triple goddess inside yourself. Be fearless. The triple goddess symbolizes things such as new beginnings, self expression, and self belief. Being courageous to accept yourself and speak your truth will allow you to connect with its energy more profoundly. Mindful self care. Practicing self care and looking after your mind, body, and soul will unleash your inner strength, which helps us to connect with the energy around us and empowers us with an awareness.
And there are ways to connect to the triple goddess by working with the moon cycles. Depending on what you're trying to attract in your life, using the moon's phases can help guide you. For instance, you have waxing crescent. It's a time for growth, and it usually takes about 7 days. After the new moon phase, the moon is in the first quarter at the degree of 45 to 90 degrees from the sun. It is the first step forward towards the full moon. Even though there's still darkness, our senses are all heightened and support the execution of good work that we have already started. It is the best time to plan and begin your work for the coming times. You'll be motivated and excited to deliver your work on time and live up to your expectations of intentions. And then you have the first quarter, which is a time for action. The first quarter moon is when it's 90 degrees to 135 degrees from the sun. This is the phase of the moon where you may feel impetuous, impatient, and quite active. There could be resistance and frustration in terms of your goals and aspirations, especially if they have not come to fruition yet. However, this is also the time when you need to be in control and dominate your impulses, taking up responsibilities, and is a period of activation. It is time to check the progress that you have made and establish your intentions properly. Then you have the waxing gibbons, and that's the time for reflection and adaptation. and it's typically about 5 days. This is the time when the moon is at 135 degrees to 180 degrees from the sun. This time allows for deep understanding and outlook, acting on your intuition and introspection. This is the time for planning, preparation, and adequate execution. What is required of us is to demonstrate more flexibility because the waxing gibbon moon can set us back a little in the path of progress. Adjustments are required and very conscious decisions to renew and rework our goals. And then you have the full moon.
That's really a lot of amazing information. Valerie would go crazy about this because she's always telling us watch the moon phases, pay attention to the moon phases because it can really help you with your day to day living.
Mm-hmm.
I
So with
can
the
see
full
it.
moon, it's the time when the moon is 180 degrees to 225 degrees from the sun. The sun and moon are at opposite sides, exerting great pressure and tension. This is a time of heightened emotions. You are prone to being overwhelmed and anxious during this time. You could also appear to be snappy or irritable. The full moon also sometimes causes changes in your sleeping patterns. Our emotional state and egos are at its peak. However, what is needed during this time is to release any resentment or fear and practice patience and calm to tide over the tide of emotions. And you have a waning gibbons, and this is a time for cooperation. And it, again, is typically 5 days. During the phase of the waning gibbons, the moon is at 225 degrees to 270 degrees from the sun. It symbolizes self reflection and rebirth. At this time, you'll become very self aware, which will become the basis of your personal growth. How you wish to channelize this energy is up to you, but you will be inclined to make positive changes and have the potential to grow. It is also time to get rid of your bad habits and negative thinking to work towards achieving your goals and accomplishments. Then you have the third quarter moon, time for contemplation. And at this time, the moon will be between 270 degrees to 315 from the sun. This is the last quarter of the lunar cycle, presenting as a half circle. The moon is illuminated. This is the time for realizing of your dreams. It signifies your intentions and is the inward reflection for you to attain your full potential. You will be willing to forego all your negative emotions and would want to purge the negativity out of your life. Then we have the waning crescent, time for immersion and contemplation. And this takes about 7 days. This is the last phase of the lunar cycle when the moon will be at 315 degrees to 360 degrees from the moon. There will be an amalgamation of energies that the sun and the moon give you stability and calm. You will become thoughtful and growth oriented. At a time for self reflection, you'll need to embrace these feelings for each moon cycle in a chance to learn and eventually grow. The moon is now at the completion state of the cycle and is once again energized. And then you have the new moon, a time for new beginnings. And it represents a fresh start and often a clean slate. It is perfect for new beginnings, to learn a new skill or to start any new work or even to take any new decisions. At the time of the new moon, the sun and the moon are both on one side of the earth, 0 to 45 degrees from the sun. This is when the moon reflects no light, and therefore the operative word here is darkness. This darkness expands our other senses and scope of possibility increases. The new moon brings the positive energy in us, which lasts for about 14 days, till the time of the moon reaches its brightest point of the full moon. During this time, the The sun and the moon are not opposing each other and create no tension between the two bodies. The cycle of a new moon brings a fresh start and makes you calm and motivated. And the new moon is followed by the waxy crescent, which we've already talked about.
Right.
So those are the 8 phases. The moon is energy. It is what controls the sea tides and balances the power in this world. Make peace with your past. Let go of any hurt, anger, or resentment from the past and heal any open wounds. Let go of what is no longer serving you and begin to move forward. Get excited about what is opening up for you.
Make your home a sanctuary. Turn your space into a sacred space that will help you to increase your own energy. It will bring you peace, increase self-care, and raise your awareness when you're relaxed and connected to the world around you. When we feel safe and grounded, the guidance we have been asking for seems more obvious. Another way to connect to the goddess is using sacred symbols. Whoops, let's see this one. Remove. Okay. The Wiccan triple moon symbol. It's a Wiccan symbol of the goddess represented by the 3 phases of the moon. The moon is a symbol of femininity. The triple goddess aspects are directly aligned with the 3 phases of the moon. The waxing, growing bigger represents the maiden. The full moon represents the mother, and the waning moon represents the crone.
And T. Barbara's right. The hospitals are always set by the moon for when the birth of the babies are coming.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. As a retired nurse, I can guarantee you that. Go ahead.
Okay. She governs the oceans and streams as well as women's menstrual cycles. The moon is a source of feelings, spirituality, and enlightenment. And then you have the number 3, the perfect number, the number of harmony, wisdom, and understanding. It was also the number of time, past, present, future, or birth, life, death, or beginning, middle, end. It is the number of the divine. And then we have the moon. The moon has always represented female energy and the goddesses. For centuries, a woman's menstrual cycle has followed the moon cycle of 28 days. To be synced. That's what I was trying to say, and I couldn't get it out. Synced. To be synced up with the moon. You would menstruate around the dark new moon and ovulate during the bright full moon. Interesting that the mother aspect is represented by the full moon, which, if you're synced up with the moon, would be your peak fertility period of your cycle.
Then we have a meditation, a triple goddess meditation. Find a place where you won't be disturbed, light a candle and maybe some incense to focus. I personally use sage all the time. Sit comfortably, close your eyes and relax, and take 3 deep breaths. Set your intention to meet and connect with the triple goddess. Say in your mind, my intention is to connect with the triple goddess, and repeat this 3 times. Close your eyes, take 3 long deep breaths, and relax. See yourself walking through a path in the forest. You're going up a mountain, and at the top, you can see a small light. You walk till you reach the top. When you get there, you see a small white temple. You walk inside the temple. You see her. She's been waiting for you. You greet the aspect of the maiden mother crone that you intended. She gives you a box and tells you that inside the box there is a present for you, a message from the goddess. You open the box and see whatever it is you see, and then you thank the goddess. Now it is time for you to leave the temple. You say goodbye to the maiden, mother, or crone, and start walking down the hill. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Then journal your thoughts.
Right. And throughout our lives, we need to connect with things that remind us of who we are. The triple goddess is a vessel of what makes us unique and strong. It empowers us to be better, braver, stronger, happier, and true to ourselves. The triple goddess is a divine force that reminds us of how powerful we are. The only thing we need to do is embrace our own power.
And that's not easy to do.
True. Very true.
Hey, Lark, welcome. Thanks for being here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it made some sense and resonated with you. If you have any questions, please put them in capitalized and emojis, and we'll be happy to answer them. And I guess we'll move on to cards.
If anybody wants one.
If anybody would like a reading, we'll do 3 cards. And also, I'd like to ask you, as part of the chat, how you like the presentations that we're doing with the slides. Do you prefer those to what we were doing before, or just kind of let us know what you think about it? Because I'm really having a lot of fun building the slides, but if you all aren't enjoying them, then I don't want to bother.
Yeah.
It is fun to find the different slides. I enjoy that. Okay. Cards for Wandering Jay and T-Barb and Spirit Watcher Suzanne. Gotcha. And on Tuesday's show, we're going to be talking about when does the soul enter the body?
Controversial subject.
Oh, good. I dig the slide, says Wandering Jay. Great. Artie, Sandra, thank you both. Thank you for being here, Artie. And I think Teresa is saying yes, she'd like a card. And Artie says yes, he would like a card. And Starfish, gotcha. Great. Okay. Let me go over here and we'll start with Wandering Jay. Let me get rid of this.
And I was going to say that today I'm using the Oracle Fairy cards, Oracle of the Fairies, and they're by Karen Kay.
And I'm using Angels and Ancestor Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. It's my favorite deck currently. That changes right now.
Of course it does.
Oh, Artie, it's Epiphany. Hi, welcome. Love to see you. I knew that. I just forgot. Sorry, Epiphany. Okay, Amanda, I got you on for cards. Thank you, Spirit Watcher Suzanne. We're open to all avenues of learning and teaching as well. You never know what you're going to learn from. And I learn from every show and every people in the chat.
Yes.
Wandering Jay is Gypsy T, just because you didn't realize. I did not. Wonderful. Hi, Gypsy T. You got the wanderings going on? That's funny. A new name. I love it. Okay, go back to YouTube. Thank you.
Can I have the camera?
Do you want the camera?
Yes, please.
How about a camera?
All right. The first card was Magical Blessings. And it says, if you're going through something, remember that you have magical fairies helping you out. And then the next one said there's the light. And they're shining on everything you're doing and helping you. And they're shedding love into your current situation and to remind you that the light can penetrate the darkness. But the last card says celebrate, get ready to celebrate. So evidently you're going to clear that stuff all up, whatever it is, and get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. Time to go out and have fun.
All
So,
right. Okay, so I've got the great teacher who's holding a peace stub that says, learn from your spiritual experiences. And the trader says to exchange energy to create abundance. And because the universe operates under the law of cause and effect and always is looking to return to a natural state of balance. So if you're lacking in the feelings of abundance at this time, you're being invited to share your time, your gifts, and your understanding with others. The exchange of energy doesn't necessarily mean financial energy. It can also be about supporting others to receive support. That's lovely. And then we have the water guardian angel who says, get in touch with your emotions. So just go within and ruminate on your spiritual experiences.
that will help you if there's anything going on.
That's right. And this will also help you with the exchange of energies to create abundance. Getting in touch with your emotions, it's so important for all of us. We've been told to ignore them for so long. And that's what actually is our guide in this human life. So that's super important. So thank you. Trying to steer away from the use of gypsy, as many considered it a slur, and that's what I named my daughter in 1972. Her name was Gypsy Lynn. And my family went nuts. They went insane because that's a slur. And we couldn't call her Jenny because my grandmother said that's what you called a donkey, a mule. So we weren't allowed to call her Jenny later because her name is Jennifer. I did put Jennifer on the birth certificate. And I'm sure she's happy about that now that she's 50 years old, 51. Okay,
T-Barb.
I'm sorry, T-Barb, next. Oh, I see some more. Sorry. G. Covington's here. Hi. Lark, I learned from the old and the young too. How can you not learn from a toddler? You know, babies, toddlers, any age really. Okay. Miss T-Barb. Hi, Janet C. Welcome. We're doing cards. T-Barb, I love your picture. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. The very first card was solitude, and that was, remember that when you're alone, you're actually part of all one, and you're in total harmony with everything when you're by yourself, because you're part of all of it. And it also says, well, you may have a journey coming up. They don't say when it is, and it may be sudden, it may be just a trip to a store or something, but they're saying be ready when it's time. And then they're also talking about the music, that you want to listen for the music in nature, or maybe even on the radio. There may be messages in that music for you.
Interesting. Okay? Well, I got the Knight, and he says, be brave and honest. And he's encouraging you to figure out what it is that's important to you right now and what you stand for, and hang on to that. And then intend and create. You know, intention is everything. We can't create without intention. And focused intention is very powerful. So focus your intention, and create it is what you want by trusting your instincts. We have our animal guardian angel, and she says, trust your instincts. And I know T-Barb has good instincts. And a lot of skills. So trust your intuition.
Yeah. Spirit watcher.
Oh, T-Barbara's going to go visit Starfish. How fun. That's such a beautiful area of the country. You would love it. I want to highlight something Lark said. This is really beautiful. We're all co-creators, and as we all come in this small community, just like we are now, our energies mix. When some of us, our energies are low, the others assist in raising your frequency. I'm honored to be part of this community. Us too. So honored to be part of this community. It just gives me chills thinking about it. We're also blessed to have each other.
We are.
Starfish and T-Barb, boy, what a pair that's going to be. You guys are going to raise hell. You're going to have fun, fun, fun.
And who?
It goes with the cards pulled about taking a trip. It does. Definitely. I remember your old name, Bora Bora. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Who's next? Spirit Watcher Suzanne.
That's what I thought.
I get lost in the chat. I agree, Amanda Carroll. We're all blessed to be part of this community. Spirit Watcher Suzanne.
Okay. Well, the first card was, these came together. I was kind of surprised. Didn't realize I had grabbed two, but evidently I was supposed to. This is on healing. It says that you're capable of healing, not just others, but yourself as well. And it's becoming a time of healing for you. And the tree wisdom says that she'll help guide you through whatever it is that you're working through with her flute, and it has insights and answers in what she's playing. And they say also that you lost something that you may not even know that you've lost it, but you're about to find it because of the lost and found fairy.
Interesting. So I've got the Shield Maiden, who's a very powerful warrior, that says make plans and focus while you're retreating and recharging. So go within. Also, self-care, mindful self-care is a big thing here with the Hermit. So you're going to retreat and recharge and make your plans and focus on what it is that you want. And it's going to be easier because you're going to shift that your perception a little to see exactly what it is that's going on. Just takes a little shift in your perception to figure it out. And you will as you retreat and recharge. Janet C., you may not be in a lot of chats, but we're glad you're in ours. We appreciate you. Okay, Teresa. And Janet, see, you didn't ask for a reading, so if you want one, please let me know. You want 3 cards. Going within is always a good thing, isn't it? Just being quiet with yourself.
Listening. Okay. The first one says pay attention to nature's signs because they may have the answers that you're looking for. A little quiet messages, and that also you have magical blessings from the fairies, so that if you're going through something, they're going to be there to help you. And again, listen for the music, the nature signs, and the music and the nature. They have messages for you, so listen for them.
Well, I have the message.
All righty.
I've got the message. First of all, we have the star ancestor that says, follow the voice of your soul. Listen to your soul. Because the eagle's here saying, look at it from a higher perspective and then enjoy success and happiness with the sun. So I like your cards, Teresa. That's beautiful. Okay, starfish.
Okay. Okay. They're saying that when you're manifesting, be absolutely clear on what it is that you're saying that you want, or you may get some things that you didn't expect. So be absolutely clear. And they're talking about a new beginning or a new idea coming to you. And they're telling you, remember to keep things in moderation.
Especially when somebody comes to visit. Okay, I've got the warrior that says, be fearless and stand strong. And the stargazer says, set your heights higher. And the magic guardian angel says, unlock the magic within. So I say just be fearless. I know some of what you're going through with your grief, and it's not easy, but you're very strong and you're very capable, and you have lots of magic within you that will help you.
Yes.
So be fearless and stand your ground. Set your sights higher and unlock the magic within, because you can do anything you want. Anything. Because you got the power. I just want to scream, I got the power. So can't remember what cartoon that was from. Power Ranger. I got the power. Something
You
from
were
the
sleeping
80s.
very nicely. Go back.
Zena just wants to say hello. So Epiphany, here we go. Miss Epiphany, I hope you're doing well. I bet it's hot as hell in Texas. Because it's hot as hell here today. Let's see what we've got today.
Stop.
$92 feels like 107. Oh, Lordy.
That sounds like here.
That is here.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's why it sounds like here.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
card says that you have right now your abilities of divination are very strong. So trust what you're getting. And this is the life energy fairy, and she's giving you more and more energy for what you're doing. And I guess you might need some because you're about to have more abundance coming your way.
That's sweet. I've got the shapeshifter that says transform and unveil your gifts. You still have some hidden gifts, and follow the voice of your soul. Use your intuition and grow within your current situation. If you can't do anything physically about this situation,
If you want to.
just grow and learn where you're at right now. If you can't move, get away from wherever you are. Grow within, because it'll set you free. Okay, that's the last one I have. Did we miss anybody? T-Barb says 80 degrees. I don't know where you are, but that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it sounds kind of nice.
80, low humidity. It's the humidity here that kills us. The pool stays about 90 degrees this time of year. It's fine. I'm a type 1 diabetic. My body does not handle temperature changes well. So I keep it around 90, 92 anyway, because it seems to work for my body. Indiana. Sweet. Great. So glad. Okay, so we're going to pull cards for the collective. Oh, good. Glad to hear it, Epiphany. Thank you. I've never been to Seattle. I want to go to. Oh, we got Covington, G. Covington. Sorry, I missed you, sweetheart.
Oh, good. I'm glad you said something.
Glad you said something.
Well, I will just pull again.
Okay. Okay, what do we got? Let me just look at something real quick.
Okay. The first one said, when you've got a question right now, look in a book, because that's going to have what you want. And also depend on your friendships, both fairies and everybody here, because now's the time to seek out any support or encouragement that you might need. That's okay. That was a bell she was playing with. And be prepared for an inspiration to come up on you. You don't know whether it's going to be at night or during the day, but they're saying you're going to have some kind of inspiration come up. So it may give you a new idea of what you want to do.
Interesting. I've got the Druid card, which says, don't make any sudden moves or changes. Hold your space. And stand strong, knowing you're where you're supposed to be. And the Druids have a real connection to Earth, and you got Mother Earth, who wants you to know that you are surrounded by love and comfort. And then I've got the drumming card, which is a dream and journey. That's what that means. Go inside and dream and journey, and see what the next step is that you want to take. Okay. Now we've got a question to answer. Karen Robinson sent a letter to Johnny Depp in England. Will he answer it? I'll pull a card. I don't know. I'm not getting anything, but I'll pull a card for it. Anything here would answer it.
Yeah.
We'll see, Miss Karen. You're welcome, G. Covington. Genevieve, I hope that resonated. Okay, well, Johnny Depp replied to Karen Robinson. I don't know.
The card I got was hope.
I've got the spring card. See your seeds grow. So I guess that's a possibility.
Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation to a positive
So
one.
know that he's going to respond. Know that he will respond. That's what you need to do. Okay, card for the collective. We'll be back on Tuesday with when does the soul enter the body? I imagine that's going to be a little controversial. We'll see. But anyway, that's Tuesday's show. You know, she always needs to go about the time we're finished.
Yep. Well, we've been sitting here. She's a puppy.
She's a good girl. You're welcome, Karen.
I changed decks because I dropped a couple cards and I'm not going to pick them up right now. Okay? Just so you know.
Come here. Let me have her and you do the card. She's fine with me. Hold on a minute. Say hi to everybody, Zena. Say hi to everybody. You don't need to chew my thumb. Oh, yes, I know. I love you too.
Okay. Basically, we have the world. We can do just about anything. Okay? And we can do or go any direction we want to. Right now, we're on the temple path. Everybody's doing what they need to do. They're following what they need, what their path is saying for them to do. And they're saying that the reason why it's so important for you to know that the world is your apple and that you are on the temple space is because there are things out there that if you let them, they'll break your heart.
So that's for sure.
Ignore them as much as possible because the world is yours and you are on the right path. So try not to take that to heart.
Right.
Okay?
Because we're all good.
Because we're good.
We're all good. Well, I guess Zena and I and Heather shall say goodbye shortly here. Thank you guys for being here today. We sure appreciate and love each and every one of you. Go out and shine your light on this world.
And
send
take
your
care of
love
you.
and light to everything and everybody,
Including you.
including yourself, because we never take enough time for ourselves. Join us Tuesday if you can. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share any of our videos that you think your friends would like. We'd really appreciate that. It's nice to have the channel grow. Anyway, have a great rest of your weekend. We love you so much. Thank you for being here, and
Lots
we
of
shall
love.
see you next time.
Okay.
Have a great afternoon.